just to point me at where exactly does this come from as a provision that when minister wants to take a particular decision, you must consult maybe certain people or whatever. Is there any provision? Because it sounds like I've got to produce a provision where it says so, which then I breached. That's why I asked earlier on, did I breach any constitution and so on. Now, when it comes back again, while you're asking other questions and say you didn't, it sounds like there's a provision that I omitted. Is there any provision?
There is a provision if you are taking what is called administrative action. When you're exercising a public power that constitutes administrative action, there is a provision in budget which says that you're required to act procedurally fairly, and you must give reasons. As your lawyers can point it out to you.
Did I just hear the minister properly? Did he just say that he disbanded the Political and Aliving Task Team without even consulting with the proper stakeholders? Even though he said that for you to act or do something like the disbandment or taking certain decisions, you need to first consult with the relevant stakeholders. But when it comes to PKTT, he just decided to disband without even talking to the president. He went to the president just to give him an update or just to inform him that, mind you, I've done 1, 2, 3. I don't need your views. And the president just simply accepted. It's so shocking because even yesterday, Kumutso said this about raids and the fact that the president has the power with regards to raids and all of that.
The president has assigned it to say there's an area of concern that we want you to go and investigate these allegations and the veracity and find us the culprits. And when they've done the investigation, they then act. So SIU is not a result of accident. It's intentional work of government led by the president who sanctions SIU investigations and also in other areas expands the scope on SIU investigation, confirming the government's commitment in the fight against corruption. And what you see as SIU raids that are very often is because we're now succeeding, and the pace at which they are moving, they are. Because the fact that you see action being taken, it means the fight against corruption, it's right on course, and we must celebrate that as South Africans. Should we only wait to react to corruption? No, we must also prevent it so that it should not take place in the first instance. We should not always be seeking corrective action. We must be preventing corruption, and that's what government also focuses on.
The same president cannot properly ask his ministers, his cabinet, about the decisions that they take. Then it makes sense why even the defense, the military, ANGIE MOTSHEKGA, and that Major General, they are doing whatever that they like. They're even taking visits without him knowing, because he's a president who doesn't care. Probably he was informed by ANGIE MOTSHEKGA, but he was like, okay, it's fine. He never even probed. Kanti, what is it that this president is busy with that is making him to not really care about what is going on in our country? Because, guys, let me just play the snippet of what SENZO MCHUNU said about him disbanding and also how he went about to tell the president.
I don't have a date, but we did.
Yeah. So did you specifically discuss with the president the disestablishment of the task team?
That was my purpose, to go and brief the president that there is a particular decision I've taken in regard to this, and I did so.
What was it? Can you recall when that discussion took place? Was it just before? So the president also saw on social media or in the media that the task team has now been disestablished by you. He also just heard about it.
Well, I'll have to give you evidence that he picked it up from social media. I don't know. What I know is that I sought an appointment, and it was granted at a particular time, and I went to brief him. I didn't ask whether he had seen it or not.
So you didn't inform the president before you issued the directive. You only spoke to him after you issued the directive.
I already said so.
Okay.
Senior counsel.
So thank you. So when or how soon after the directive of 31 December did you tell the president?
Pardon?
When after the 31st of December 2024 did you tell the president about the
I've already indicated that it must have been January, February. I don't have the exact dates. I'll check.
Okay. What did you tell him? Did you give him any reasons why you are directing that the task team be disestablished?
Well,
or did you just tell him, by the way?
It was a short briefing with the president. It was a briefing. It wasn't a discussion. To say, I at some point took this decision last year in December, and all I remember is that I did say there are matters that I have developed a very serious concern about, and I said to him, these matters, among others, have led me to disband the political clearance task team, and that possibly at some point, if I didn't do this, there may have been a call for a commission on those matters. So I decided that I would preempt any need for such a call at some point, and I did this, and that was one of the things that I mentioned during the short briefing.
Aye, guys, there's no way that we have a president that is like this. Hence, I even made a video. I told you guys that I think that the president has long signed out, because you cannot say to me that our president is still the South African president, but you are failing to understand why a minister would have taken a certain decision. He could have, even though he was busy that time, you're telling me that he's busy. If he has, the time to have a walk and a jog and pass by Hangwan Maumera's house, you're telling me that he doesn't have time to sit with SENZO MCHUNU MCHUNU understand why did you disband, what are your reasons, why do you think that the team is not properly equipped for times such as this? So that if people start asking, why did you disband, he knows that he has the proper answer. Even when he's asked in parliament, he knows how to answer. But at this moment, which means even if he was asked, he's going to say, you know what, let me just, speak to my minister. The minister will revert back, because that's what he always says. He always buys time by saying, you know what, the minister will revert back. Could it be that he himself also, he makes it intentional for him to not know what is going on with other ministers? This is his cabinet. He is the one who appointed all these people. He better know what is going on. He better be very much involved, very much phakathi inside. There's no way that you can tell me that you don't know, but you are a president who's appointed somebody. You cannot be my supervisor, but you don't know what I'm busy with. You need to know what I'm getting myself with, what I'm busy with. That is a diligent supervisor. That is a supervisor that is very much sober. Our president is very, very disappointing. Yes, I'm disappointed at SENZO MCHUNU, but I guess SENZO MCHUNU also played his part. It was the part of the president to probe more. It was the part of the president to ask, okay, what would this mean? What have you guys been working on? Just understand, just for you to have a basic understanding, to understand what informed the minister's decisions. Instead, the president is like, no, I trust you, whatever you do, your word is my word, we are all in it together. Therefore, if that is the case, so that's the mentality that president has, then he must come and answer in the Madlanga Commission. He must come and answer as to why he just didn't care. Why is he ignorant in detail? You cannot be ignorant in detail when you're a president of South Africa, because such things happen. That is why we have a mafia state. That is why we have a corrupt government, because we have presidents and leaders who really don't care. Presidents and leaders who don't challenge decisions, who just like, yeah, whatever you do, I'm with you as my minister. You don't do that. And we're still going to have corrupt ministers. That is why we have GAYTON going to Singapore, making shin deals. That is why anyone is doing whatever that they want. Everyone is doing what they want. Because clearly President Ramaphosa doesn't care, guys. President Ramaphosa nataba. It doesn't tickle him. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't bother him at all. Hence, even now, how many times have been accused of Angwani? He didn't take it serious up until now, when there's raids happening, when everybody's looking at the Madlanga Commission, at the Ad Hoc Committee, and all the time his name comes out, and he thought, you know what, I'm in the corner here. I have to now speak up. But besides that, he likes this mentality. He likes this part of him that doesn't take accountability. What a disappointment, Mr. President. Mr. President, you are a disappointment. We spoke. You are it all. I'm so disappointed, Shem, guys. And then we should respect such a person. We should call such a person our president. This person has really signed out. This person has said, you know what, guys, I'm done. Can I sign somewhere? So I said, because he even said it himself. If you guys watch my videos, I will attach the video I spoke about Mr. President, about him like signing out a long time. He even said that whenever something doesn't bother him, and whenever he just doesn't bother, he just signs out. So even now, I think he signed out and he's left us with our South Africa. And he told himself, anyone can do what they like. You can do your thing. And you know what? I will not care. But the problem is that he does this mostly with other parties. With the DA, he doesn't. Because that DA minister was dealt with after he went and visited there in the United States of America, without his approval. So as long as you can get his approval, you can just speak to him and be like, Mr. President, I want to do 1, 2, 3. He's like, oh, okay. That is like his approval. He doesn't even probe more. That is why I'm saying that this one, we can blame SENZO MCHUNU all we like, because even SENZO MCHUNU does not really care about detail. He doesn't care about people, what people think, people that are concerned, because Ntatla Mkhwanazi is very much concerned. He should be concerned what Ntatla Mkhwanazi thinks about what that PKTT, should be concerned about National Commissioner, what he thinks. Instead, he's more concerned about the people that he likes, like Nkabinde, the chief of staff. He's only concerned about those people. He's not concerned about people that are going to be impacted direct. But when it suits him, he also says that he needs to consult. Also, he takes decisions like disbanding, just sitting at home, just thinking, saying, okay, I'm going to disband today. What? Oh, what, guys? It doesn't work like that. Nonetheless, let me hear your thoughts. What you think about Mr. President being this ignorant and trusting his cabinet so much so that he doesn't even question them. And again, contrary to everybody, people think that SENZO MCHUNU, even that is his argument, he should talk, he should be allowed time, even CIC. Even this is what they said about him talking, that he's been quiet, he's on leave, he has all the time.
To answer proper questions.
I'm fine with that, and you will get proper answers.
Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. You know, I want to thank the minister because anyway, the minister is on leave, so he has to be available. I thank you, Chair.
Even he himself is defending himself to say that I smell mkwanazi, therefore let me speak, let me have the time to speak.
Chair, I'm at your disposal
Yeah.
as a witness, and it is the opportunity I wanted.
Yeah.
That's why, and I will say so when I feel I'm not getting the proper opportunity, and I do feel that I haven't had the kind of opportunity just to go through things in response to a question. I get stopped, and I get stopped.
You are going to find each other after this proceeding. That's what I said.
And on the other hand, I'm like, I put it to you that this man is buying time. Contrary to everybody that let him speak, Vele he's been smelling Mkwanazi, has been talking about him. So even if he speaks the whole month, let him speak and say his side of the story. And I am saying he's buying time for his cartel, for his syndicate. They are buying time, meaning the more the time they have, the more they're gonna cook the story to its perfection. By the time they come and appear in the ad hoc, their story would have been properly cooked, and no one will come there or will go there and say shady things because they are cooking these people. And time is money, time is everything, time is important. If I can take your time, I've taken a lot from you. So I think that's what he's doing. This testimony have ended. Instead, this guy has mastered the thing of prolonging and talking, adding things that are not necessary, talking about the past, adding characters that are not necessary in this whole story in the name of I am saying my side of the story. And we are here indulging because if we don't indulge, he's accusing people of saying, I need my opportunity, let me speak. All the altem patem rule. So according to him, he should talk. And I am saying this is to buy time. I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe genuinely he has to say this side of the story. Maramina, I smell, guys. I'm telling you, they are buying time. By the time the other ones who are part of his syndicate, like Ngabinde, they appear. Of course, you can see Ngabinde is nanazi njenyana nai. If Ngabinde can appear there, now Ngabinde will know his story. You know, he'll be there confident. But if he talks now, it won't be easy. They will be there nanazing and they'll be caught. But if they have time to prepare, to be, properly prepared for this time, then, they can easily sway you. They can easily sway that's the public and will end up be divided. Others believing in Mkwanazi, others not believing in Mkwanas. So this is to buy time. I'm sorry. Okay, let me hear your thoughts. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on my next upload.